was radical, its full growth was slow. But in any case it was here and now that it took its birth. "Grog's ready," came from below. Bunching myself for the descent, I found, to my astonishment, that all trace of litter had miraculously vanished, and a cosy neatness reigned. Glasses and lemons were on the table, and a fragrant smell of punch had deadened previous odours. I showed little emotion at these amenities, but enough to give intense relief to Davies, who delightedly showed me his devices for storage, praising the roominess of his floating den. "There's your stove, you see," he ended. "I've chucked the old one overboard." It was a weakness of his, I should say here, to rejoice in throwing things overboard, on the flimsiest pretexts. I afterwards suspected that the new stove had not been really necessary any more than the rigging screws, but was an excuse for gratifying this curious taste. We smoked and chatted for a little, and then came the problem of going to bed. After much bumping of knuckles and head, and many giddy writhings, I mastered it, and lay between the rough blankets. Davies, moving swiftly and deftly, was soon in his. "It's quite comfortable, isn't it?" he said, as he blew out the light from where he lay, with an accuracy which must have been the fruit of long practice. I felt prickly all over, and there was a damp patch on the pillow, which was soon explained by the heavy drop of moisture falling on my forehead. "I suppose the deck's not leaking?" I said as mildly as I could. "I'm awfully sorry," said Davies, earnestly, tumbling out of his bunk. "It must be the heavy dew. I did a lot of caulking yesterday, but I suppose I missed that place. I'll run up and square it with an oilskin." "What's wrong with your hand?" I asked sleepily, on his return, for gratitude reminded me of that bandage. "Nothing much. I strained it the other day," was the reply, and then the seemingly inconsequent remark, "I'm glad you brought that prismatic compass. It's not really necessary, of course, but," muffled by blankets, "it may come in useful." End of chapter 2. Recorded by Gesine in May 2007.